Mike Adam.
I'm Jim Shear.
This is Gimme 5. Each week we pick a category. We give you our best of, our worst of, top 5. I do, Jim does, hopefully you at home do. And this week was an interesting one. You kind of twisted my arm on this one.
I didn't know if you wanted to do it.
Yeah, I just never put much thought into it, but it is such an important part. It's the best logos in music of all time.
I'm a fan of logos, graphic design, fonts.
Yeah.
So I thank you for letting me do this today.
I got into it though. Once
I owe you one. I owe you one.
Okay.
Number 5 for me, Rolling Stones.
Yes.
It's classic.
Yeah.
That tongue, it is to rock and roll what the golden arches are to fast food.
Ooh, I like that.
You could see this logo in the middle of a third world country and someone would say,
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones. Number 4, AC/DC. You see this logo, you hear the music, and do you remember, I don't know if you remember this, there's an old episode of The Simpsons where Otto asks asks Lisa to spell AC/DC, and she says AC/DC. He's like, no man, you forgot the Thunderbolt. So you need the
Awesome.
Thunderbolt or Lightning Bolt, whatever you call it. Number 3, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
That asterisk.
Yeah.
I believe they call it the Star of Affinity.
Yeah.
Also known as the Star of Infinity. And this predates Kinko's FedEx using the asterisk, E-Trade, and Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
Chili Peppers were first. So simple, but when you see someone with that tattoo,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, man. Chili Peppers. Funk. Number 2, such a clean logo. A logo that's been mimicked hundreds, if not thousands of times. Run DMC.
Yeah.
And I always thought that my boy Say Adams, one of my favorite graffiti artists, designed this font. He said that is not the case. It was actually, the record label had an in-house art team.
Oh, wow.
And a lady by the name of Stephanie Nash designed the logo. She listened to the music. She said that Run DMC sounded very typographic, very bold, and at the time she didn't have a lot of fonts in her library, so she went with a heavy one called Franklin Gothic, and years later it's one of the most iconic logos in all of music. And the number 1 logo, the number 1 music logo of all time, Public Enemy.
Okay.
A b-boy in the crosshairs, and Chuck D says that the logo symbolizes the black man in America. And sadly and eerily today, this logo is too relevant.
Yeah.
It's almost too literal. In a music sense, whenever I see this logo, it just gets me pumped up to listen to Public Enemy. You almost hear the songs when you see the logo. And from an art standpoint, I love that you can use the square or circle, and you can reverse the negatives, go black and white or vice versa.
Look at this guy.
There you go, everybody. My favorite logos in music.
All right, so at my number 5, I'm gonna go with Deadmau5. It's basically like Mickey Mouse, but with a face on it, and I love it. It makes me happy. At the number 4 spot, I'm gonna go with Grateful Dead.
Wow.
I remember as
Redemption.
Yeah.
Because there was an episode of Gimme 5 where Mike called them the most underrated legends, or one of the most overrated legends in music.
Still agree with that. Their logo, however, is not overrated. Because when I was a kid, I remember seeing it, you know, this skull with the bolt, and I was like, before I even knew anything about the band as a child, I was like, that is awesome. What is it? And I recognized it, and then, you know, it's just one of those logos where you see it and you know. At the number 3 spot, I'm gonna go with Sublime. They have that sun, and
oh yeah, okay.
I don't know, I always just thought it was like, artistically, I thought it was so cool. I actually wanted it as a tattoo for a really long time, and then one of my friends got it, and I was like, dude, now I can't get it.
I'm gonna be nerdy right now. Can you make that into a vector file though? Because I think it's sort of, there's a lot of different colors in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you can vectorize that, then I'll allow that on the list.
Okay, cool. At the number 2 spot, Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, yeah.
Such a good, I mean, so good. And the only reason why it didn't get to number 1 is because what this logo meant to my childhood. At the number 1 spot, Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang
I like their logo, again, like Grateful Dead, more than I like their music. I don't know why. We just always, I'm an 80s baby. We grew up drawing this on our notebooks, our desks, everywhere. We were so good at drawing these Wu-Tang logos, and I mean, you spot that thing from a mile away, you immediately know what it is, so that's
I was at a summer camp in the early 90s, and we stayed at a hotel, and someone plastered the hotel with Wu-Tang stickers, and that's the first time I saw the logo, and it's so memorable.
Yeah.
You could almost put that on a ball cap, and you would think it was a logo of a professional baseball team.
Right, or on a flag of like a country or something.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
You did well today.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, wasn't that fun?
It was fun.
There you go. Let us know your favorite logos and music. This is Mike Adam. My name is Jim Shear. We will see Yens later.